TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. And there is one closing to tell you about. Today, Monday, March 16th, Cornerstone Academy Nokomis is closed. As always, you can find cancellations and closings by clicking the Event Delay Cancellations icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. The Taylorville City Council is set to meet this evening at 7 to review ordinances, hear from the public, and approve committee points at the second regular City Council meeting of March. The 7th grade volleyball team will be recognized as they just placed third at the state competition over the weekend. Josh Nickel will receive the oath of office as water superintendent. Under ordinances, the council will potentially approve amending various sections of the city code concerning non-bargaining employees, water service connection fees, and columbarium rules and regulations. The council will look at a motion to sign documents concerning traffic control at the airport and to allow certain billboards in the industrial zone. Under committee reports, the council will look to approve $10,000 to be taken from admin funds for the 2026 fireworks from the 2026-27 budget, approve a purchase of a video camera for the Taylorville Square, accept a quote from John Deere to purchase a tractor, purchase an F-150 truck, and approve rate increases at the cemetery. Also under committee reports, there are more motions concerning potentially approving a purchase of a CF Moto U10 Pro Highlander XL, a deck from Sloan Implement, a well and pump for well pump testing, and an enclosed trailer from KD Custom Trailer. The council will hear from the city attorney, Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry, and any potential comments from the public. Stay tuned following the conclusion of the meeting for all the latest. Residents will have the opportunity to help save lives later this week as Taylorville Memorial Hospital partners with Impact Life to host a community blood drive. The drive is scheduled for Thursday from 8:30 to 3:30. The Impact Life donor bus will be parked behind Taylorville Memorial Hospital, making it convenient for community members to donate. Impact Life supplies blood components to local hospitals throughout Illinois and several surrounding states. Officials say blood donation is a safe and simple process that typically takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and each donation can help patients in emergency situations, surgeries, and ongoing medical treatments. Donors must be at least 17 years old or 16 with parental permission, weigh at least 110 pounds, and present a valid photo ID. Those who last donated blood on or before January 22nd are eligible to give at this drive. Appointments are encouraged and can be scheduled by calling Impact Life at 1-800-747-5401 or by visiting bloodcenter.org and using the sponsor code 60050. All successful donors will receive an Impact Life donor reward with options including an e-gift card, a charitable donation, or bonus points for the organization's online rewards store. Again, that blood drive is Thursday at Taylorville Memorial Hospital. Hundreds gathered on Saturday morning at the Shelby County Senior Citizen Center for the Shelby County Farm Bureau Ag Breakfast. The breakfast ran from 7 to 9 and was sponsored by Shelby County Farm Bureau, Shelby Electric Cooperative, Shelby Fiber, and Dug Up and EHU Farms, Inc. Several special guests stopped by to speak to the Hart Media Group about the many wonderful things going on, including Shelby Electric Cooperative. Brandon Faulkner, senior generator technician with Shelby Energy, says that he values the relationships that Shelby Energy has with farmers and looks forward to running into all kinds of people he knows around town.
I mean, I come to a breakfast like this and I see a lot of people come in that if they hadn't have bought a generator and I wouldn't have installed it, maintained it for them, I wouldn't know a lot of these people. But I can go anywhere around here, Effingham, Mattoon, wherever, and I'll run into people that are my generator customers. And I can't always put a name with the face, but I'll recognize them, and they'll usually recognize me and like, hey, you're the guy that comes out and works on my generator. Yeah,
that's me.
So yeah, I get to meet a lot of people doing this.
Dustin Tice, working with Shelby Fiber, says that this has been a long time coming. He's excited to see this coming because of how much it allows you to do.
With the wireless world, we've just limited what you can do.
There's only so much traffic and bandwidth that you can press across that wireless network. With fiber, the future proof is almost there. I'm not going to say they future proof the internet, but they've got very, very close with it. The capabilities of fiber are almost endless. So, and there's everything out on the farm right now. Every tractor out there now has GPS. You have to do so many updates with that, I'm sure. And everything now, you got to have fiber available to you for that fast, reliable internet. So.
Faith Wheeler, member service specialist with Shelby Electric Cooperative, says her favorite part of the job is the connection between herself and the people she works with.
I love my job. I love what I do. I love serving our members. I think my favorite part doesn't really matter necessarily what I'm doing, but I love to have that connection with members, whether it's going into the classroom and meeting the youth, whether it's getting a high usage call and able to help a member figure out their usage and lower it and save them some money. I just really enjoy and hope I'm an asset to members so that they remember my name, they can call in and know that I'm willing to help them. That's definitely my favorite part.
Kevin Burnson, Vice President of Media and Public Relations, spoke about the Ag Breakfast and says that it means so much to work with the farmers.
Well, even speaking of under the radar, this Ag Breakfast, I mean, just the number of people that come out to show their appreciation to the young farmers and what the farmers do to the area. And Shelby Electric Cooperative is here because of the farmers. Years ago, back in the late 1938 time frame, they didn't have power. And now they do because a lot of farmers got together and formed the cooperative. And due to that, we can serve some industry, residential areas, but primarily we serve the rural areas. As Faith said earlier, we serve all parts of 9 counties. And there's a lot going on. And one of the core principles of the cooperative is commitment to community. So we try to make sure we can outreach to the community. We are poles and wires, and that's our main job, but we also have a commitment and a expectation, or not sure the word I'm looking for, but to serve the communities that we live in and work in.
Cruisin' 98.3 WSVZ broadcast live from the Farm Bureau Ag Breakfast on Saturday morning. And now, a word from Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Looking to save more and stress less? This is Will Perkins. At Taylorville Community Credit Union, we're here to help you build a stronger financial future with great loan and deposit rates, convenient locations, and service from people you know and trust. We're member-owned, member-focused, and proud to serve anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, or Shelby counties. Discover the credit union difference. TCCU is your partner in financial success. Member NCUA.
The Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce is in the midst of a busy March. They recently began a professional development seminar series for member business owners. The month is a similar story for Susie's Resale, which is undergoing a major transition and assisting with this month's Business After Hours gathering. This all comes amid the introduction of no fewer than 7 new members within the last month. Mark Wolf, member of the Chamber's executive board, spoke on the professional development series. He says Leadership DNA helped run the most recent session.
We just, a couple days ago, hosted our first professional development session at the Chamber office, and that went really well. It was hosted by Leadership DNA. They design a plan for you to run your business a little better, a little seamless, stream. So anytime, if anybody's interested in that, Darren or Adrian at Leadership DNA, and they're all linked on our Facebook page and the Chamber's website. You can click on a link to the Leadership DNA.
The next Business After Hours event is set for this Wednesday. Susie's Resale owner Becky Adcock says the Unlimited Possibilities area of her business is set to co-host it, along with one of the many vendors whose products are in her store.
That's actually going to be at Susie's Resale. Mm-hmm. And it's co-hosted. It's unlimited possibilities, right?
Right. So we
Yeah.
have Susie's Resale, which is our consignment shop as well as our vendor shop. And then we have our event center. It's a small area where we call it unlimited possibilities because you can have your baby showers, you can have your bridal showers, you can have business meetings, but it's for a small group of people, 50 or under.
Right. So it's going to be there, and it's co-hosted by Susie's, of course, and the Wolf Ranch Girl.
And the Wolf Ranch Girl. Yep. And
And
she's one of our
craft goods.
vendors inside
Yeah.
the shop.
On the topic of Susie's Resale, they are rebranding as Susie's on South Main, in part to reflect their broader array of offerings.
So we've been in business for 5 years this year. So with that, we've decided we are going to rebrand. So not necessarily changing our name, but rebranding. Our logo is going to look a little bit different. So you'll see some signage differences. And it really, the reason we decided to do that is because we've grown in the 5 years. So we have vendors in our location. We have the consignment resale, and we also have our event center, which is called, we call it Unlimited Possibilities, our event venue. So with our big reveal, it's going to be called Susie's on South Main. So a lot of people come into the shop and they say, oh, I couldn't find you, or I didn't even know you were here. So Susie's is on South Main in Taylorville. So it kind of helps with that. So provides location, and we're just not resale.
7 new members have joined the chamber within the last month. Wolf first introduces Taylorville Home Source, Washed and Grace Laundry, and Apex Network Physical Therapy.
Yeah, we got like 7 new members. Taylorville Home Source. This local-owned retail specializes in providing high-quality flooring and custom home design. They focus on offering competitive pricing and personalized custom services to the Christian County community. Washed and Grace Laundry, a modern laundry service offering wash and fold service, taking the burden of laundry day off their customers' hands. Apex Network Physical Therapy. This clinic provides evidence-based rehabilitation services, including medical therapy and sports medicine.
Briar and Bramble Events and Northside Veterinary Clinic are 2 other new members.
Briar and Bramble Event Center, specializing in event design and planning. This business helps bring local celebrations and weddings to life with unique rustic meets elegant vibe. They handle all the logistic heavy lifting so hosts can actually enjoy their special event. Northside Veterinarian Clinic, now under the expert leadership of Dr. Shelby Neville, DVM. This clinic continues the legacy of providing compassionate medical, surgical, and dental care for pets. The new ownership brings a fresh perspective to animal wellness while maintaining the trusted neighborhood feel.
The Party Place Event Center and Heartland Bank and Trust Company round out the list of new members. The latter firm joins as it prepares to carry out the logistical transitions associated with its merger with CNB Bank and Trust.
The Party Planning Event Center. This versatile venue offers a dedicated space for everything from birthday parties to corporate gatherings right in the heart of Taylorville. It features customizable layouts and amenities intended to make hosting large groups seamless and stress-free. Then we got Heartland Bank and Trust, a community-focused financial institution that offers personal and business banking, including lending and wealth management. They emphasize building long-term relationships and reinvesting in the local economy they serve.
More information on the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce is available at taylorvillechamber.com. Becky Adcock and Mark Wolf appeared as guests on the WTIM Morning Show. Well, cooler air has arrived in Illinois following last week's storm system. And he called it. That's meteorologist Paul Otto with freeze notice weather. He says some areas of the state approached 80 degrees last Tuesday before severe weather rolled through the state. Reflecting on a 37-year career as a county farm bureau manager, Steve Arnold is retiring from his Kane County position later this year. He says advocacy remains an important role for county farm bureaus. Prior to Kane County, Arnold served as County Farm Bureau Manager in Kankakee County. Rules for the road sessions across the state remain a great example of Illinois Farm Bureau in action. IFB's Rodney Knittel says a virtual session will be offered on Thursday. You can request the link through your local county farm bureau. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 94-year-old Earl Wilson McKinney of Taylorville died last Thursday. Interment will be in Woodside Cemetery in Irving. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and cremation services in Taylorville. 66-year-old Earl A. Cagle of Sherman, formerly of Edinburgh, died last Monday. Visitation is tomorrow from 3 till 5 at Williamsville Christian Church in Williamsville. A memorial service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Edinburgh Cemetery at a later date. Arrangements are being handled by Peasley Funeral Home in Lincoln. 87-year-old Faye Sheely of Taylorville died last Thursday. A memorial service will take place tomorrow at 5 at Taylorville Christian Church in Taylorville. Interment will be at Lick Prairie Cemetery at a later date. Cremation rights have been accorded. Family will receive visitors following the service until 7. 96-year-old Evelyn June Rogers of Taylorville died last Monday. A graveside service will take place on Friday at 1 at Camp Butler National Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 81-year-old Lawrence Larry James McWard of Morrisonville died last Tuesday. A graveside service will take place on Saturday at 2 at Morrisonville Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Perfetti Asali Funeral Home in Morrisonville. And 94-year-old Doris Long of Greenville, formerly of Sorrento, died February 18th. Visitation is April 18th from 11 till noon at Donald Wiegand Funeral Home in Greenville. A celebration of life will immediately follow. Interment will be at Brown Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Donald Wiegand Funeral Home in Greenville. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and every hour as well right here on WTIM, your only local news radio.
Conservative outsider Jeannie Evans for U.S. Senate. Evans is a proven fighter and the only candidate for U.S. Senate with guts and know-how to get the job done.